vegan curry chicken in my kitchen. Fast, easy, and yeah, simple. Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel and to my kitchen. This is another requested vegan. You guys are asking me how to cook curry chicken vegan style in your kitchen. So I'm gonna show you how you make mine. Come on and let's get started.
Jamaican, here comes a rude boy Jamaican.
Let's get started on this vegan curry chicken in your Jamaican kitchen. Alright, now let's talk about the beans that I'm going to be using for this curry chicken recipe. I'm going to be using my chickpeas right there, and I'm also going to be using my split peas. So guys, 2 peas you're going to use for this recipe: your chickpeas and your split peas, and make sure so you cook them nice and tender, or you could buy them in the can, but I prefer to use the one that I have to cook until nice and tender. So that are the 2 beans that you are going to be needing. Now let's talk about the other ingredients we're going to use to make this thing. Make sure you have a cooking stock, vegetable cooking stock. That is what you need to be using for this. All right, you could make your own, guys, but I'm going to make it fast, easy, and simple. So I buy myself a box of vegetable stock: apple cider vinegar, coconut oil, ginger, butter, turmeric powder, allspice. I'm going to also be using my ground cumin powder and my mustard flour to that. Now let's go over the spices. I'm going to be using my bean flour. Bean flour is so good when you're making vegan stuff. The bean flour have a nice flavor to it. It's come like season, so it is very good. I'm going to use my bean flour to onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, and all-purpose seasoning. So those are the spices that I'm going to be using. But also I'm gonna put my potato in it, right? Now you're gonna also need coconut cream, whether you want to use the canned coconut or the fresh coconut, but you're gonna need some coconut cream for this recipe. That right there is my mushroom. Use whatever kind of mushroom that you guys. Half a large onion, 1 tomato, 1 scotch bonnet pepper, some fresh garlic, definitely gonna need that, scallion and thyme, and also you're going to need some kind of a bell pepper, green, yellow, black, purple, orange, whatever you want. A green me I use. Come on and let's get started. Okay guys, let's get right into a vegan curry chicken recipe. Now I have my chickpeas right there, and I have my split peas right there, and you want to make sure so them cook nice and tender. All right, so the first thing you're going to do, you're going to add your black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, Jamaican all-purpose seasoning, allspice, ginger, cumin powder, mustard flour, bean flour. Now you want to go ahead and just combine all of this together. It should look like that, guys, when you finish with that step. Then you want to go ahead and switch over and get a fork and just kind of mash it up just a little bit, like you're making mashed potatoes, but you're not. And that's exactly how you want that to be. Now you're going to add your mushrooms in. And now with clean hands, you're going to go ahead and combine your mixture together. And that is how you want it to be. The texture should be like that. Alright, so we are going to move on to our next step. You're going to get your plastic wrap and lay it flat on your countertop. Get your bean flour and sprinkle that on top of your plastic wrap and put your mixture on top of that. And we are going to fold it over. Now guys, your mixture is going to be looking like that at this step. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold this up, right? And we're going to put it inside of our refrigerator. And we're going to let this sit. I will let this sit for a few hours. Okay guys, after you get done wrapping it up in your plastic wrap, you're going to put this in your refrigerator and just let it sit, because you want to make sure that all that spice that you put into your beans are nicely soaked through, marinate, just like if you're going to season up meat. So you're going to go ahead and put this inside of your refrigerator and let it sit overnight, or at least for 6 hours. And when I come back, this chicken is going to be ready for cooking. So I will see you right back. Okay guys, we are moving on to our next step. It's been 6 hours that have had my beans sitting inside my refrigerator. Like I said before, you could have this in your refrigerator for 24 hours. It's going to taste a whole lot better than 6 hours. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and remove it out of my plastic wrap. Now the next thing you want to do is go ahead and get some more of that bean flour and just sprinkle it on it, both sides. Just get that bean flour on it as much as you possibly can. That looks pretty good. Now you want to get your knife and just cut it. And there's no special way how to cut it. Just cut it however you want to cut it and the size that you want to cut it into. So that is your texture right there. And all you want to do, you want to go ahead and form it. Now, like I said, you can make it the size that you want to make it. Okay guys, we are moving on to our very next step. In my pot right there, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of teaspoons of coconut oil in there. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of turmeric powder. Some fresh garlic. Mix that around. I'm going to go ahead and add all my vegetables in. I'm going to add some vinegar to that. Coconut milk goes in. And now you're going to put your vegetable stock. Okay guys, you want to make sure that right there have a lot of flavor to it. So I'm going to go ahead add a little bit more of the Jamaican all-purpose seasoning, black pepper, and salt. A little bit of allspice or pimento seed. Alright, mix that in, and you're going to cover this up and make it come to a nice little simmer. And then when it comes to a nice little simmer, I'll meet you back here in about 15 minutes. So I want to make sure that the potato they cook up nice. Alright, so I'll see you right back here in 15 minutes. Okay guys, so that's been cooking for 15 minutes. And now it's time to go ahead and put my chicken in, the vegan chicken. So that's what that looks like so far. All I want to do is go ahead and just put the meat in. And that's what it looks like, and you just want to go ahead and drop them in. Okay guys, so now that my meat is in, that is what that looks like. Just want to make sure you get all that meat covered with that nice tasting sauce. Okay guys, at this step, make sure that your fire is turned down on medium heat, low to medium heat, because you want this thing to simmer slow. Okay, that's what that looks like. You want it to simmer nice and slow so those beans could cook thoroughly, nice and slow. I'm going to give this about 15 to 20 minutes, and in 15 to 20 minutes when I come back, this right here, so I'll go done. So I will see you back here in 15 to 20 minutes. Okay guys, so my vegan curry chicken is all done. Look at that.
Haven't seen your face for a while. Have you quit doing time for me? Or are you just the same spoiled child? Hello, I said hello. Is this the only place you thought to go? Am I the only man you ever had? Or am I just a
Vegan curry chicken in my kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see me cooking next in my kitchen. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy. I'm gonna let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, a time for we eat. So see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation.